Elara lived in a small, wind-whipped village perched on ancient cliffs overlooking a perpetually churning gray sea since her father's fishing boat vanished beneath those unforgiving waves 2 winters past. A profound silence had settled within her. Thick as the coastal fog, her days were spent mechanically tending the cottage garden or mending nets. Her gaze perpetually drawn to the horizon, searching for a return that could never happen. The vibrant colors of life seemed bleached away, leaving only muted shades of longing. Her mother's gentle words felt distant. Friends' laughter like echoes from another shore. She felt adrift, anchored only by the weight of her unanswered grief. The vast expanse of the ocean mirroring the emptiness within her chest where joy once resided. It began subtly, a whisper among the elders over steaming mugs of bitter kelp tea. Old man Silas, his face a map of wrinkles carved by salt and sun, spoke of a peculiar phenomenon witnessed only during the fleeting embrace of dusk. He described a faint, shimmering path materializing high on the sheerest face of Ravenscar Cliff, a place where no sane person ventured, accessible only by treacherous goat tracks. It appeared, he claimed, precisely as the sun dipped below the world's edge, bathing the sky in bruised purples and fiery oranges, and vanished completely with the arrival of the first star. Most dismissed it as tricks of the fading light or Silas's failing eyesight, but the story resonated within Elara's quiet heart, stirring a fragile ember of curiosity she hadn't felt in months. Could the impossible be true? Could there be a path unseen in daylight? Driven by a yearning she couldn't fully articulate, Elara found herself climbing the rough heather-covered slopes below Ravenscar as the sun bled its last light across the sky. One cool evening, breathless, clinging to weathered rock, she watched the cliff face. Then, as the final sliver of sun vanished, it happened where moments before had been only solid, shadowed granite. A path softly glimmered into existence. It wasn't stone or earth, but woven from twilight itself, threads of fading gold, deepening violet, and the first shy silver of starlight. It traced an impossible, gentle arc upwards along the vertical rock, defying gravity and reason. A profound stillness filled the air, the crashing waves below seeming to hush in reverence. Elara's breath caught. The impossible path Silas described was real, shimmering with an ethereal invitation just for her. For 3 dusks, Elara stood transfixed, watching the path appear and vanish like a sigh. On the 4th evening, gathering courage born of desperation and dwindling hope, she stepped onto the luminous trail. It felt solid beneath her worn boots, yet weightless. Humming with a faint, comforting warmth, she climbed higher than she ever thought possible. The village shrinking into miniature below, bathed in the afterglow near the path's zenith, where the sea stretched endlessly towards the horizon, sat old man Silas on a natural stone bench. His eyes, surprisingly clear in the twilight, held a deep understanding. The sea holds every tear ever shed, child, he murmured, his voice rough like pebbles tumbling in surf. This path, it appears only for hearts heavy enough to feel the world turning towards night. It's a bridge, not to the past, but through it. His quiet words settled over her, a gentle permission she hadn't known she needed, emboldened by Silas' presence. Elara continued to where the path broadened into a small, glowing platform jutting over the abyss. The air thrummed, not with sound, but with pure feeling. And then, standing bathed in the path's soft radiance, she felt him, not a ghost, not a vision, but a profound, comforting presence, the essence of her father's love, as vast and steady as the ocean below. It was the quiet strength in his hands, the scent of salt and pipe tobacco clinging to his old sweater, the deep rumble of his laughter echoing in her memory. Tears, hot and unchecked, streamed down Elara's face, not solely of sorrow now, but of overwhelming recognition and a love that death could not diminish. It was a silent communion, a floodgate opening within her soul. Standing on that impossible platform of light, Elara finally spoke the words choked inside her. For so long I miss you. Duh, she whispered into the gathering night, her voice raw but clear. Every single day the presence seemed to wrap around her like a warm cloak, carrying an unspoken reassurance, a profound sense of peace that he was part of the sea, the wind, the stars now. Not gone, but transformed. She spoke of small things, the stubborn leak in the cottage roof, her mother's new bread recipe, the antics of the village cat. She poured out her anger at the storm, her loneliness, and her enduring love. With each word released into the twilight, the crushing weight on her chest began, slowly, to lift, replaced by a fragile warmth radiating from her core. The path began to fade as true night asserted itself, the last glimmers of its light sinking back into the solid rock. Elara descended carefully, her feet finding the familiar earth. Forever changed. The profound ache remained, a testament to her love. But it no longer consumed her. She carried the twilight peace within her now, a quiet ember glowing softly against the dark. Life in the village resumed. But Elara moved through it differently. She heard the gulls' cries without flinching, tasted the salt air deeply, and even found herself smiling faintly at old man Selassie, as snowing gnawed across the square. She never spoke of the path, guarding its secret like a precious pearl. Yet, on evenings heavy with unspoken grief, she would climb towards Ravenscar, and as dusk bled into night, sometimes, just sometimes, the path would shimmer softly once more, a silent, luminous reminder that love endures all tides, a bridge across the deepest chasm of loss, forever waiting in the tender hour between day and dark.